Greetings. Life is about you versus you. It is not about Christians versus Muslims, Christian versus Hinduism, Buddhism, any of the other religions of the world. And the reason why I'm saying that because I grew up in a community whereby most people have been taught secular Christianity that is pointing them to look outwardly for Lord as Savior. But when I come to understand that the Bible have to do with the human psyche, that's how I get to understand it is me versus me. In other words, I come to realize that my only enemy is me, because I've come to realize that I have a higher self and a lower self. And I'm saying the same thing to you, that you must recognize your higher self and your lower self and realize that if there's no enemy within, there's no enemy on the outside that gonna do you any harm. And the reason for that, it is because your outer world is only a reflection, a projection of your inner world. And you have control over your inner world if you would exercise control over your mind. You see, the most important thing that you must recognize in this life is that you are the one who is in control of your thoughts and your emotions. Therefore, if you understand that no one can have a thought for you or have a certain feeling for you, then you'll be more careful concerning the things you say and the things you do and the way you allow yourself to feel. And so, my brother, my sisters, do not allow the many distractions in this world to shift you away from your responsibility. You see, in this life, there is a choice given to each and every one of us, which makes us responsible people. Therefore, there's no one who's going to come to save you. No politicians can save you. No preacher or religion can save you. The only true way of salvation is self-realization. So until you realize the power and the dynamic insight of self-knowledge, you will never be able to win the war or the battle that goes on within your mind. So the greatest battle that will ever be fought will always be the battle that goes on in your mind. You see, most people fail to realize that when it comes to God and the devil, it all have to do with your lower self and your higher self. It's all about you. And so when you realize that it's all about you, then you will know that there's no one to change but self. So you would focus more on changing yourself and being the best version of yourself on this planet. You'll not be trying to change the world. And so many of us, we grew up in a society whereby secular Christianity wants to change the entire world and control the rest of humanity to think in terms of just morality and to read the Bible and think that it is literal and secular history that is pointing you to look outwardly. But I'm here to say to you that you must understand the Bible metaphysically and esoterically and understand that it is pointing you to look inwardly to realize that you are your greatest enemy. Therefore, you can become your greatest friend also. And that's why I'm saying to you, it is you versus you. It is not the Republicans versus the Democrats. Okay? It is you versus you. It is not any political party. Okay? Because you didn't born with a political and a religious mentality. Those are things that were programmed into your subconscious mind to shift you from your true purpose. And that is why I want to say to you, my brothers, my sisters, look in the mirror and accept what you're seeing in the mirror, but work on the image that you're seeing in the mirror to become the best version of yourself. That is why use the mirror. That is why you should use the mirror, I should say, to affirm your life whichever way you want it to be. Look yourself straight in the eyes. It's the gateway to your soul. And speak or affirm your life whichever way you want it to be. Because as a man thinketh in the invisible world, so his life would reflect in the visible world. That is what it really means when it says that a man thinketh in his heart, in his subconscious mind, so is he. So my brother, my sisters, you're responsible for everything that's happening in your life. There's only cause and effect. Do not allow the effect to influence you, but instead get to the root of it and realize that you are the cause, and then start to live from inside out, and you will prove that there is no devil outside of yourself, and there is no God outside of yourself. And when you come to that realization, then you will know that you are the power. Then you would know why it is said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. You know that that is not speaking of anyone outside of yourself. It's all about you. Then you would understand why it is said, I am the resurrection and the life. Then you would realize that you are an eternal, infinite being, just having this human experience. Your spirit. You're not human trying to be spiritual. Instead, you're a spirit having a human experience. You come to all of those realizations because you are willing to face yourself. You are willing to be honest with yourself and accept the fact that it is you versus you and no other. I am God and there is no other. It is not speaking of any entity outside of yourself. It is speaking about you. It's all about you. Take control of your life and win the battle. So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you listen to me and what I'm saying, if it makes sense, if it really resonates with you and you haven't subscribed already, I definitely want to encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on Instagram, I like to follow me on TikTok, you can definitely follow me at BlackMadGuru. And anything you need, you can always find it at the link down below. Whether is it my Patreon, my books, my merch, my courses, whatever, okay, that you need. I just want you to follow your intuition and check out the link below. And you will find what you're actually looking for that you can use to help to expand your life and to grow more into the person you're born in this world to be. So with that being said, my brothers and my sisters, I just want to say peace, love you all, out.